Good day, everyone. So this is the video lesson number 2 of our lesson in HTML, the elementary HTML-1. So in this lesson, you will learn about the heading tag. So how can we use the heading tag, the center tag, comment tag, the paragraph tag, which means the p tag, and line break tag, and no break tag. Formatting tags like the b tag, which is bold, I, which means the italic, and U, which means underline, strike, the subscript, and the superscript tag. So in this lesson, you will learn about all of these tags and how to use it in an HTML document. So in this chapter, you will learn to make a complete website on your own. Your website will include text, graphics, tables, lists, and links. You will be using a simple text editor such as the Notepad to write the HTML code, which will then be executed on any of the web browsers such as Internet Explorer, Netscape, Mozilla, or Google. So in this lesson, we are using Google browser. Okay, let's start. Document, HTML document heading. So in a website, there is a heading. So there is a heading tag that can be used to display a text slightly bigger and bolder than a normal body text. A heading has a numbered 1 to 6. So if you use the heading, you need to use the H followed by the number. Number 1 is the largest size. H1 is the largest size. And it is also a container element. As you can see, there is a forward slash, the closing forward slash at the beginning before the letter H, and then followed by the number of heading. Again, heading has a number from 1 to 6, with 1 being the main heading and the largest in size. So H1 is the largest. H2 is a little bigger, but the largest is the H1 heading. So the syntax used for the heading tag is so H followed by the number. N stands for number. And then you can see here there is a text of heading. And then the closing tag. So for example, the HTML code for the output shown in this figure is given below. So as you can see here, HTML, and this is the root element. Again, this is the root element, HTML, and then we need to close it here. At the last part, we need to close the root element with a forward slash, and then the heading. So this is the heading, having a title, heading tags. As you can see here, here is the heading tags. We use the title tag to have the title for our website. And then after that, we need to close the head, and then we can now start the body of our web page. So here in this example, we use the heading tag. So the first one is H1, first level heading. So here is the H1, the largest size. So whatever text you put here, it will comes here. This is the largest size. H2, a little larger, but the largest is H1. H3, a little larger, but as you can see, these are the examples of the heading tag from H1 to H6. So it's up to you what number you will use to make a heading in your website. Next is the HTML paragraph tag, the P tag. So while writing an HTML document, all kinds of spaces are ignored, including blank lines and enter key. So these are all compressed into one single space when displayed in a browser. So for example, you can see here honesty is the best policy. And then on the next line, hard work is the key to success. So these two lines, when written in an HTML document, will appear in a single line as you can see here. So therefore, to write a paragraph, you use a paragraph tag, the P tag. Remember, a paragraph is the P tag is used to define the beginning of the new paragraph in the website. It leaves a blank line after the paragraph. Thus, the text following the P appears on the new line. So, a P tag also is a container tag. So, you can define or you can use the P tag to, if you have a long lines of text, and then you can close it by using the closing tag of the P tag. So for example, the HTML code for the output shown below. So as you can see here, the opening tag for a P tag, and then you close it here, and then another paragraph here. As you can see, this is the output. So you can use the P tag to separate your text on each line. So if there is a line break between the sentences, the web browser ignores this line break and starts a new paragraph only when it encounters another P tag. So the break tag will be ignored if you use the paragraph tag, because a break tag will send the next line of text into the new line. So HTML will ignore this break tag. What is the attribute of the p tag? Okay, remember an attribute, there is an attribute name and an attribute value. So the attribute of p tag, so you can see you can align your paragraph, like for example here, p, and then the attribute name align, so equal to left, so which means a paragraph aligned to the left. Next, to right align the paragraph, p followed by align and then right. So if you want to align your paragraph to the right corner, you can use the p align is equal to right and then close it. You can close the angle bracket here. Remember, an attribute tag can only be used at the start of every HTML tags. So you cannot use here medai. Medai you cannot use and then insert your attribute here. You cannot do that. Please, to center align the paragraph, p align is equal to center. To adjust the paragraph text, so you can align it by using justify. It's like a Word document that you can align your document left, right, center, and justify. So as you can see here, this is left align, center align, and then right align. Line break. So line break, you need to use the break tag. Break tag is used to give a single line break. It is an empty element. It is used to give a force line break without inserting any blank space in between the lines. So this is an empty tag and does not require an end tag. As you can see here, this is an empty tag. So you do not need to close it by doing like this. Angle bracket, forward slash, BR. So no need. You do not need to do that here in a break tag. For example, the HTML code for the output shown in this figure. So as you can see here, in the body of your web page, so you write a text, this is an example, and then you made a break tag here, and then you make a text to display line break. As you can see here in the output, it breaks the line to the second line. It moves the text to the next line of the body of your website. So break tag. So you can use break tag to move your text to the next line of your document. No break tag. So this is the opposite of the break tag. It is used to prevent any line break in the text and close between the tags. It forms a container element. So as you can see here, this is an example of how to use the no break tag. NOBR. So you use the no break tag and then the text, and then at the next line he put another text, and then he close here. So as you can see, this is the output. He didn't put the next line of text into another line. He put on the same line. That is the use of no break tag. So here there is an activity here. Create a website with the heading history behind the invention of the wheel. Try to find some facts from your history book and write an article on it. Use appropriate heading labels for different topics and subtopics. Use P tag with proper alignment for paragraph change and B and break tag for line break. So later we will do this, but we need to finish first our lesson. Oh, formatting tags. Number one is the B tag. So you can format your text using the formatting tags. Just like in MS Word, you can use the bold tag. The bold, you can bold your text using the B tag. Just enclose your text here, as you can see here, the opening of the B tag, and then here is the closing. So you can see this click start will be bold. As you can see here, it becomes bold. Then after that is an interesting series of books. As you can see, this text is not bold. So that is the use of B tag. You need to enclose. You need to put where you want to make it bold. Where is the text that you want to make it bold? Always close this by a forward slash because this is a container tag. The italics. So you can make your text slightly tilted. So you can see the same as how you can use the B tag. Just close the text. As you can see, the opening of the I tag, and then it close here. So only this text will be on the italics format. So as you can see, this word truth becomes italic, and the other one is not, and the other texts are not. Underline. So you can use the underline to underline the text that you want to make it underline. As you can see here, the U tag and then followed by the text that you want to make it underline. Then you can close wherever you want. You can close here. It's up to you. If you close here, only here in this line of text will be underlined. If you put the closing U tag in this position. Mark tag. So the mark tag is used to highlight parts of your text. Or you can use the mark tag. Again, this is a container tag. You can highlight parts of your text using the mark tag. So as you can see here, a strike tag. It is used to strike a line through the middle of the text. So it is a container element. So you can see here, there is a strike. we make the word not strike. You can see the word not became strike. There is a line at the middle. This is the use of strike tag. You put the word not. Superscript tag is used to display the text in a superscript format. So if you have a word H to O, if you want to write this H to O, so you can superscript the number 2. So here is the SUP, S-U-P, and then followed by the closing tag. As you can see here, so x squared plus y squared. So how can you make it superscript? The 2 and then another 2 here, x squared at the top plus y squared. So you can use the superscript tag to move your number 2 to at the top of x. As you can see here, x and then followed by the superscript tag and then the number, and then you need to close it plus y, and then again you need to have a superscript tag here, then again the number and then close. So open, close. So this is the number. So this is subscript. So this is the opposite of superscript. So you can put the number below subscript. So you can use SUB, and then you need to close it. This is a container tag. So H followed by the subscript tag and then the number, and then you need to close it, and then O. So 2 came below, subscript below, superscript top. Next is center. So you can use the center tag to center your text. To center your text. Let's say you want to make a heading and you want to center it. So how can you do that? So you need to put center and then H1 and then the name of your heading and then close the H1 and then close the center. So it will make it center. Your heading will make it center. Horizontal ruler. So a horizontal ruler. So these are the attributes or option used with the HR tag for thickness of the line, for line color. So this is the attribute. Now let's move to Notepad and then try some of these tags. Okay, let's start with the heading, the paragraph. Okay, now here in the notepad, so we have already some text that we did from our lesson number 1. We have the body, we have the root element, and then here we close the root element HTML. We have the head here, having some Coxcool information system. We have the body with the text of blue, background color green, left margin 60, and top margin 50. So we will not remove this. We will not remove these lines. But we will use, I will give you an example of the H1 until H6, the heading tag. So H1, we will make the H1 heading. The H1 heading. And then we need to close this H1 to the H2 heading. Then we need to close it, H2, the H3 heading. Close it, H3. Oh, so the H4 heading. H3, H4 heading. H5. H6. So now that we have the heading H1 to H6, now let's save the document and then let's open it in Google. I'll go to the folder that I save it, and then I will open the HTML 101. So as you can see here, the H1 heading is the largest one, followed by the H2 heading, the H3 heading, the H4 heading, the H5 heading is so small, and then the each seat is very small. So it's up to you what number of heading do you want in your website. What number do you want? So it's up to you. If you want to choose H1, H2, it's up to you. Here you can now understand the H1 until H6 heading. Now let's move to the paragraph. Now how can we make a paragraph? So you can use the P tag to make a paragraph. Or let's say Samkoh School is located at Samkoh, Pathum Thani, Thailand. Then after you finish doing your paragraph, you can close it. P. You can also make a line here. There's no problem in HTML. But to make it more easy to read, I think it's better not to put spaces. So I will open it here. I will refresh the web page. So as you can see, the paragraph is already here. Now let's use the line break, the break tag. Now if you have a piece of text here, let's say you have a piece of text here, Samkoh School, and then you use the break tag. Remember, break tag is an empty tag. So you do not need to close this. And then if you make a text here is located at Samkoh Pathum Thani, Thailand. So let's see this in a real website. Let's see if we put this text at the second line. As you can see, the break tag put this line of text at the second line. So that is the use of a break tag. As you can see, some Cox school and then followed by the break tag. And then if you make a text here, once you use break tag, this text will move to the next line. That is the use of break tag. Next is the no break tag. No break, no BR. No BR. Okay, it's located. Now let's check in the website. So as you can see, we put on the same line. That is the use of a no break tag. You put all the text on the same line. So it's up to you where you want to use the break tag and the no break tag. What can you do here? How can you make this line of code move to the next line? So I think you better put the break tag here, break tag, so that this line of text will move to the next line. Let's check. As you can see, I use the break tag here, and it moves this text into the next line. So that is the use of break tag and no break tag. The next, so the formatting tag, bold, italic, and underline. So let's uh, do this so that you have how to how to use this. Let's say I want to make bold some cook school. So I want to make it bold the some cook school. So I need to use the bold tag here, the B tag. I open it here and then I close it here. I will close here. Close the B tag. So it's located at Samkook, Tani, Thailand. As you can see, Samkook school will be bold here. Okay, let's check. We need to use the break tag again. Where? So we need to use here the break tag. But as you can see, the color of the text is blue, so you cannot see it bold. So if you make the color black, you can see that the text is in a bold appearance. Next is underline. So I think we better remove the no break here so that we can prevent doing make a break to all of our code that is too messy. Yeah, I will use the underline, some code school, or you can also use here. Let's say here, I want to make it underline, only here. So you can put the U tag here, U tag, and then if I want only until here, I want some kok patuntani to be underlined, so you can make it underline until only this word, some kok patuntani. Now let's check. So as you can see here, Samkok Patumtani is on an underline position. So to make so if you want to make it see, I will remove the attribute text here at the body of every text. I will remove here so that we can see our output because we cannot see it anymore. I will remove the background color, but later you can use it if you want. Then I will save it. So as you can see, there is an underline at Samkok Patumtani here. Italic. So italic, I want to make this word italic. So I can use the word itag. Then close the itag. Let's check. Let's set it Thailand and make it italic position. As you can see, Thailand will become on an italic position. Next, superscript and subscript. So how can we do that so we will do this. Let's say for example, I want x squared plus y squared. So how can we do that? Let's say in a paragraph, inside a paragraph, I want x squared plus y squared. So x, and then you need, if you want to make 2x squared, if you want to make it superscript, so x, and then followed by the superscript, and then the number, and then you need to close the superscript, and then plus. Y, and then again you can use the superscript tag and then the number 2, then close the superscript tag. Now let's check. Oh, we need to close the paragraph. As you can see, we have the paragraph. We are doing a paragraph, so we need to close the p tag because we put the x squared plus y squared in a paragraph tag. Okay, did you make it? So inside the paragraph, I want to write x squared plus y squared. So you need to use the p tag and then make the x squared plus y squared. Now let's check in the website. So as you can see, we made a paragraph having x squared plus y squared. This is a superscript tag. Now how about the subscript tag? The SUB as subscript tag. So again, if you want to make a paragraph, hit the p tag, and then if you want H2O, so H, and then the subscript tag, and then the number the number, and then you need to close the subscript tag. Then letter O. After that, you need to close the paragraph tag. Again, you need inside the paragraph tag we make an H2O text. So here you can how you can do that in inside a paragraph. Let's check. As you can see, we made a subscript tag H, and then the 2 is on below, followed by the letter O. H2O. And next, center tag. So you can use center tag if you want to center your text. Let's say, for example, I want to center the heading. So I can use the center tag. Okay, let's say I want the heading 1 to be center. The heading 1. Okay, you can do this. If you want to center the heading 1, which is the largest size in text, you can use the heading. You need to enclose the heading 1 with a center tag. Center. And then here, close the center tag. Now let's check if the heading 1 will move to the center of the web page. Let's check if we will put here. As you can see, the H1 heading moved to the center of your web page. So if you want this also to be center, so how can you do that? So let's say if you want the H4 to be on the center of your web page, so you can enclose H4 with the center tag. So center. Then here, you need to close it by a / center. So as you can see, the H4 heading moved to the center of the web page. So that is the use of a center tag. Next, a horizontal, the HR tag. So an HR tag is a horizontal ruler that you can make in your website. Now let's try the HR tag. HR is an empty tag, so you do not need to close this. Let's check HR. So as you can see, an HR tag makes a horizontal line in your website. An HR tag has an attribute. You can make the thickness of the line, the color, the length of the line, the alignment. Let's say if you want to align at the center to make it a solid line. Let's check the thickness. So for thickness of the line, you can use the size attribute name. So let's try size equal to, so HR size equal to, let's say 20. Let's use the number 20. And then there's a color here, color. So we make color. If you want to have the color is equal to red. Let's check. As you can see, the size is 20. The size of a line is 20, and the color is red. So that is the use of an HR tag. You will make a horizontal ruler or line in your website. You can uh, define the color and the size and the alignment, the width of the line. So it's up to you. Next is as you can see here, HR size is 4, width is 50%, alignment center with no shades. So you can use these attributes if you want. You can play with the numbers. A comment tag. So you can use a comment tag if you want to make a comment. Next is how you can insert an image. So to insert an image, you can also insert image in a web page using HTML tags. So most browsers allow inserting of inline images along with text. So there are bitmap. BMP means bitmap image, the GIF, the JPEG, and the JPEG format. So you can insert an image in your website. So to insert an image, so use the following syntax: the img tag, source, and the image name. Now let's do this on how to insert an image. So if you want to insert, remember image name, where image name is the URL of the image file. URL means a uniform resource locator. It is like an address from where your image is located. Now let's check again. IMG, source, and the image name, where image name is the URL of the image file. Again, URL, it is like an address from where your image that you want to insert is located. That is why SRC stands for source. Now let's check on how to do it in our website. Okay, I want to put the image here after the H3 heading. Okay, I will insert the image after the H3 heading. So where is that? Here, after the H3 heading. So I will insert the image here. Where is our image? So we need to download. Okay, let's for example, I want a downloaded image from the internet, or if you have one in your document, in your downloads. So you can search for an image that you want to insert. I have a lot of image here. I will use one. Or let's say, for example, this. Let's say in the picture, I want to check on the picture. Let's say this roelschool.jpg located. I want to copy this picture. Control C. I want to copy and then I will insert inside my folder in my documents here, because here is my HTML 101 file. So I want to insert here. I want to copy the image inside this folder so that I can easily see where is my image. So I copy it on my pictures and then send to this folder from where my website is located. So the name is roelschool.jpg. Now I want to insert it inside my website. So the image tag, we can use the img tag followed by the source. Img src equal to roelschool.jpg and then close it. Remember, img tag is an empty tag, so you do not need to close this img tag. Don't forget that the quotation mark here, you need to open and close the image file, the image name. Again, the name is roelschool.jpg. So it is located on the same source from where HTML 101 is located. This one, HTML 101.html. So I do not need to make more here. You can directly type the name of your image .jpg. Okay, let's check this in our website. Oh, very big. So as you can see, my image, it was inserted after the H3 heading. As you can see, after the H3, I inserted the image. So we can make it, we can style this image by the style tag, but we will do it later. As you can see, the image was inserted already. This is how you can insert an image in HTML. img source src followed by an equal sign and then the name or of the image file, which means ruelschool.jpg. So you need to add the extension. JPG means JPEG. So you can align your image in HTML. So you can align this to align the image to the left. So you can use the attribute align is equal to left. To align the image to the right, you can say to the right margin. So align is equal to right. To align the image with the top of the letters in the current line, align is equal to top, and then align is equal to bottom. You can specify the height. So it can be a number or a percentage of the window height. The width. Okay, let's specify the height and the width. So height and width. Okay, let's use here. So img source is equal to rl.school.jpg. Height. Okay, let's say equal to 30%. And the width equal to 40% or 20%. Let's check what will happen. So as you can see, my image became small because I make the height and the width to 30%. The height is equal to 30%, and the width is 20%. You can also use some attribute name here, the border, the alternate. So what is alternate? So if your file is not found, you can make a message there. So let's say, for example, I have an image. You can use alt. Alt means alternate. This is also a attribute in image. If your image is not found, then you can have a message here that, let's say here, alt is equal to file not found. So if the image is not found, so this piece of text will be sent by the browser, which means file not found. Or you can also set the border size, border. Okay, next. As you can see here, if the image that you wish to display is in the same directory which means same folder as the HTML file, just use the image name otherwise give the complete path. As you can see in our example, our image file is on the same folder with my website. So I do not need, he said here, just use the image name, otherwise give the complete path. So I use only the image name. No need to give the complete path because my image is located at the same folder. So I use only the image name, which is roelschool.jpg. No need to put the complete path because the image is already located at the same folder with my website HTML 101. Now hyperlinks. Now we will move to hyperlinks. So linking is the most powerful tool in HTML. Linking is the most powerful tool in HTML. You can connect different web page with the help of the links and thus make a complete website. So you can connect different web page using linking. So you can use the anchor tag to have a link from different web page. The A tag has the following attributes. You can see A tag will link. You can link to different web page. Once you click the link, so you have the ability to open another page of your website. A tag and then the closing tag of the anchor tag. Followed, you can see the attribute here. A is the anchor tag, followed by the attribute href, and then the URL, and then the link text. Do you want to try this? Okay, let's try doing the anchor tag. So a few examples of creating hyperlink in HTML using href attribute are given here. So you can see here. Now let's try our own example. Okay, let's say I want to open. Let's say here I want to write my name, having a link, and then once I click my name, it will open another picture of this. Now let's do this. But in this example, uh, you can open other website. Okay, let's try opening some URL in a website. So or in Google. Let's say in Google, Okay, wait a moment. I'm opening my. Okay, let's say for example, this cat. So I want to open this every time I click on my website. So in my website, so I will make a link here. Inside my paragraph, I want to make a link. So I want to open, let's say A, and then followed by the attribute A href, which means the reference, the URL, and then look for the address of this cat. So copy link address or copy the image address. Again, if you want to open this cat, every time you click, you can right click and then copy image address. And then here in anchor tag, you can copy the address of that uh, very big. Okay, let's say href, very big address. Let's say I want to copy the link address. I check the link address. Oh my God. So equal, you need to enclose this, which is very big. This is the href. So that if make it see, we will put this on the next line. So big. Let's see. So this is the reference. And then we can now close it. And then you can type open my cat. Okay, we need to close the opening tag of the anchor tag. Open this cat. Then close the anchor tag. Now let's see if this, and then we need to close the paragraph because we put this inside the paragraph. As you can see here, we put the link inside the paragraph. So we need to close the paragraph and just save it. Let's see if it will be open. Okay, let's see if the cat will be open. Open this cat. As you can see, why like that? The address is not. Oh, as you can see, there is the cat. It opens the cat because this cat is related to this website. It opens the cat with another address. So here how you can use the anchor tag. But there are other ways on how to use that because maybe this cat is related into this website. That's why this website was opened. Now let's use other address. Let us use other addresses. You can also insert a different web page inside the href reference. Let's say here, you can also put a website, a part of the web page. Let's say you have another web page. Okay, let's say for example, I want to make another web page. I will save it first, and then I will make a new web page. So that I can open. Okay, the root element, close it, followed by the head, close the head. So you can put the title here. My second web page. Close the title, and then you can now put the body. Let's say the body, then close the body so that you will not forget that you close it already. And then you can put the body of your website inside of here. Let's say I want a heading. I want to make a heading. So from Cook School Information System. Close the heading. Let's say this tag. I want to open this, so I will save this. So save as. So inside my HTML folder, I will include this web page. This is my second page. Second page dot HTML. So I will again we have another HTML document here. So save it. So we have another web page in our folder. Now I want to open this website. Every time I want to click
Today
here,
we will see how to download and install Microsoft Visual Basic 6 and solve any possible errors along the way.
so I will open for HTML 101. I will open here in my notepad. And then here in our anchor tag, I will open the web page. So in the href attribute. So I want to open my website, the second page. So as you can see here, a href and then the name of your HTML document. So what is the name of our HTML document? It's second page dot HTML. So we will put here. I need to close this second page dot HTML. Then we will change this now. Open the second page. Again, inside the paragraph, I make an anchor tag that will open the second page, the second web page. So anchor tag followed by the attribute name href. Then we close here, and then the text. And then we close the anchor tag here, and then close the paragraph tag. Now let's check on our website. I will open the main website. Okay, let's check if the second page will be open. So as you can see, the second web page is open using an anchor tag. So you can use an anchor tag to link so that you can open other links. You can also use open links from live internet here in the Google. Let's say you want to open YouTube, you can also put here. Let's say if you want this address to be open, you can put the address in the href here inside the URL here. You can put the address, the link address. This is how you can use the anchor tag. So if your second page having an image, it will also open. Let's say I want to open the second page. So if I want to make an image here, so image source equal to again Roel school dot jpg. Okay, let's check. Let's say if I open, as you can see, an image is also here. This is how you can use an anchor tag in HTML. So you can see the use of the anchor tag attribute, the name A. This is the attribute value name is equal to A1. To move to the selected data, you can use the href also. The target. Let's say you want to target the link address, the title, So we will complete this lesson in the video lesson number 3 of our lesson in HTML. Well, I can say bye for now. See you again in our next lesson. Thank you and bye bye.